Nova Scotia's EMO asked to use the hall as a registration centre for residents of Portapique who had fled their homes. An RCMP officer was posted here in a cruiser. By this time, police were on the hunt for the shooter, who they knew was impersonating a police officer. At 10:30 a.m., 2 RCMP officers fired multiple shots outside the hall. Sources have told CTV News the officers thought they were firing at the suspect when it was in fact a fellow Mountie.
This program is brought to you in part by...
Why don't you get yourself some turned-down collars, Poirot? They're much more the thing, you know.
The thing, Hastings? Do you think Poirot concerns himself with mere thingness?
No. No, I see that.
The turned-down collar is the first symptom of decay of the grey cells.
You know, I just think if people keep pushing, I can't, first of all, thank enough all of the hard work. There's 3 fellow YouTubers who are working very, very hard with me on this one. Rage in the Cage, Steve LTT, and Just My Stupid Opinion. Just plugging them, sorry. But they are fantastic guys, really been busting their humps here. And, you know, stepping up to the plate, because there's a certain amount of risk saying certain things. And also, likewise, all of the people who are volunteering information and time, which is, like I said, over on the Discord or sending me anonymously information, it is fantastic.
Balls. I don't know why my thing wants to silence me. Now I just said hello to everybody, and look at this. Oh, well, a bunch of you popped in, so now I can say hello to more. Good. Okay. There's always a shiny cloud, shiny things to everythings. All right, so we got Lynn M. We got Kelly in here. Wendy. Linda McDonald. Howdy, howdy. Another Lynn M, but it's Lynn McGrath. Dave Redmond. Caper Gal. Is that you following me on the tweeters? Christine. Crystal Edwards. Countryside. No volume. I'm muted. Okay. Linda M. Alex McLean. Rosemary. Great name. Christiana. How are you doing? Now, hopefully I've got this kind of set up. I just kind of wing things, and I think that kind of, well, there was something I had to make a correction about, but now it's slipping my mind. I don't like making errors. I did make an error. It's going to come to me. Caper Gal's following me now on the tweeters. That's nice. Ken from Saskatchewan. Fintrax had no money. My underwear back. Oh, no. Oh, well, at least I have lots of lighters. I like lots of lighters. Okay, so there's lots of funny games going on with times, and one day I'm gonna put it all together. Maybe I'll do an intro. I woke up this morning, I was dreaming. The sad thing is I dream about some of this stuff, which is not really a dream, but it's not one that a normal person should have. But we should put it all together at some point. Maybe do an intro. And I can play it for, when they ever decide to start this back up again. A few errors. Okay, so I was going to try something new on you guys and see if you agreed with me. So I've been going through the videos, and I was all muddled about the 543. The 543. So let's have a look at the original 543. Is this? I need Darren to line up his stuff. Come on, Darren. Where are you at? Uh-oh. Now I'm getting spinnies. Here we go. I hope I have this right. Camera angles and things are all funny. It's all, anyways, you can tell me if I'm wrong, right? I'm human. I'm allowed to be wrong. In which case then I'll look rather foolish. Okay. So this is going back to the what was it? Oh, this was extra super major details that we got April 28th, 2020. I'm not sure how the audio comes through. I haven't watched this in a while. I was rewatching the very first video a little bit. Very interesting. Probably a few more than errors. The clocks honestly don't work down there. You guys need new clocks. Taxpayers will fund it. I'd be happy to. Now, oh, it's too bad, the background there. My apologies. Okay, so let me get this. I think I've got it hopefully kind of queued up. Let's see if I can do like that.
A vehicle that was traveling through a field, which was not very common. And what we've done is we've actually been able to determine through video evidence that the gunman had actually traveled a distance of approximately 26 kilometers, where he actually entered into an area in Debert, which is an industrial area. He arrived at that location at 11:12 in the evening. So great interest to us what the suspect or the gunman had done at that location, but we do know that he spent the evening there. We've searched that area thoroughly, but we are making a plea to anyone in that area, if they had seen anything suspicious, to please contact the police. We have obtained video evidence that shows that the suspect had left the area at 5:43 in the morning, traveling northbound on Highway 4.
Okay, so 543, right? Now there was, because of these wonderful quality photos and things like that, problem with that one too. But I won't touch that one today. So let's bring up what Darren's talking about. This one. This one. This one. So, thanks to some very great footwork at the beginning, people were able to track down a lot of the locations, because dates and timestamps. Locations are kind of missing too. But this is better than the pin board that they gave us 4 days before that had like, I don't know, 3 times on it. And they said it was majorly detailed or something to that effect. So here is the 543, right? Now, I was even confused up until today where this was. In fact, up until a few minutes ago. And I was like, I always thought this was maybe at the school. Then it was maybe at the pizzeria. But no, okay. It's at the, I put 2 and 2 together with people's constant comments in the Discord, which I missed. This is from the bakery, right? The bakery. So if we go over to the mass casualty, how do we want to do this? Let's play what they did. You guys are getting the audio there? So we've got 543, right? Now, it's going to have, I don't have it quite 100% queued up. Super great with this stuff. Okay. Now, I wanted to take note of the time at the top, right? I think pointed that out during the original broadcast. The time was out, which is a big clue to me. Let's listen to what Mr. Burrell, is that how you pronounce his name? Mr. Burrell has to say.
Mechanism runs quickly to give it an artificial speed to the vehicle, but you'll also see that that vehicle emerges from the top left of the screen or the slide, leaving the impression that it's coming from that area around Messina Drive and the gravel parking lot.
Why are they speeding up this video, but they can't slow down the other one? Hello? No, and you're cutting out the time date stamp on the other one? This is a car. How do you know it's a car? Come on! Okay. So
move up to Dave's service center.
Now, he said, I guess I missed that there. He said that this happened at 5. What time did he say? I've got the freeze frame there of it. What did he say? This graphic in reverse trail from 542. I'm going to show you the Farmhouse Bakery, right? Right up here to the top. Oh, God. Go away. I don't know. Okay. From 542. I guess I didn't have it quite queued up. I can go back and play it. It's 5:51:04 on that video. Now, overnight in Debert. And obviously, that's out by half an hour. All right? Okay? So if you look, you know, there you can see a bit better, closer an image of it. Now I'm going to skip down to the bottom one. This is where Darren says 543. Okay. And we'll go to their video. Farmhouse Bakery. I noticed they added another video, which means they took another piece of information down. So here's 5:12:30, which is where he's talking about. Now, if we want to go to 5:43, right? Like Darren said, 5:43, back on April 28th, 2020. What are we going to see? Well, let's fast forward Okay, 5:35. Let's play it out. 5:35, right? 10 minutes. Or 8 minutes, sorry. 8 minutes. Oh. Oh, that's strange. They don't show you. 5:43. I wonder why. Now, if you look a little closer, maybe it's a bit more self-explanatory. Even though the quality of the video still that they gave us, I'm the right one here. Here we go. Is really dumpy. The Darren April 28th one, this one, real dumpy. Do you see something else that's a bit different about it? The lighting quality. Do you know why? Because this wasn't filmed then. I maintain. This is filmed at a different part of the time of year. And they're trying to pass it off. Do you see what I see? Why do you think they ended the tape early? Why do you think they won't show you the full video? Because it should technically arrive in, what time did that other video end at? That car should arrive in 8 minutes. He sped it up. They gave you all kinds of BS here. We sped it up. We made it fast. And? But you can see the progression of the daylight as it goes along. Watch. Notice how it's getting lighter? And then they don't show you the time that Darren said. What did they tell you, though? Do I still have that article? Where is that? The two boys. The two unnamed boys who ran away. I think I showed that earlier. Let's try stepfather. Is it this one? CPC. Yeah, I think it's this one. Find step. Oh, now I can't find it. Interesting. And they talked about how to try and explain what was going on there. That this police car these two boys ran away because they were worried about COVID stuff. And so the two boys who ran away noticed a police car that was driving very strangely. It was doing donuts and driving around. This is their explanation for why they can't show you 543, but they can show you a sped up video for the inappropriate time and be off by 29 minutes because he was flipping donuts in the same direction. You didn't see him travel back. So he's traveling the same way and then the same way again 29 minutes later. I don't know about you, but that's not making a lot of sense to me. What was the other video they removed? Wow, they're playing all kinds of games. It's not hard to be honest. Dave's one's interesting too, but I don't know. I could try that on you guys, but it was like when I went back and I was watching the video, because the great thing is, even though a lot of the videos from a few of the videos for sure have been removed, there still is basically an archive of research as we went along, problems that we saw, predictions that perhaps seemingly have come true. And things like the weigh scale was another great one. Darren's up there. How would I put that up? Maybe if somebody finds the runaway article, if they can post it in the Discord, that would be fantastic. I know I brought it up on the screen the other day. I'm pretty sure. It seems to have disappeared, though. Maybe I still have it open in a tab. It's possible. I've shut my computer down, though, a couple of times. I think these times I did it voluntarily. It was kind of nice. I'm just having a look here to see if it was an old stuff. Okay, well, let's go back to Darren, because that one stood out right away. I mean, and this is the eye, and I know people get it now. There are people who didn't see those kinds of things before who do now, right? Let's go to the weigh scale with Darren. Where's the RCMP clothing? Where is it? Okay, here we go. Because the press, don't you know, it just arrives. It's always at a gas station. Press, just wait.
He changed that SUV.
Problem.
He discarded his police clothing, some of which was found outside the residence, some of it was found inside the vehicle. We also know that he
Where's the clothes from?
From the silver SUV to a Mazda vehicle that belonged to his last victim, and then he proceeded south on 224 from that location.
Is it red or gray? Do you know?
He traveled approximately 22 kilometers from the Milford Enfield area along Highway 102. And our last video that we have of the suspect crossing is at 11:23, where we see the Mazda exiting the highway and traveling towards the Irving Big Stop.
I don't see shit.
Since the last press conference, the investigation has progressed quite significantly. 5 scenes are still being held, one of which is in the
Okay, so, and I did a subsequent video to that where I was like, oh no, I think it was called Weigh Scales or something like that. Where was that? Perhaps I may have pointed it out earlier. I believe the cover photo was in fact a weigh scale. There, timestamps. I think I talked about it though beforehand. And I went through and I was like, no. I'm talking about the car getting stuck and whatever else. Right here. They're saying to you that says 11:23. Is that correct? Did I read that right? 11:23. Well, it actually says 10:31. So I thought to myself, this is an official government weigh scale. This is something actually that they use, all truckers have to use, and it has to be very accurate. They're kind of anal about that. And so I thought to myself, well, maybe it's not an official weigh scale, you know? So I drove around. I drove around on Google Earth. And when I drove around on Google Earth and I went to the actual weigh scale, well, wouldn't you know, this is who runs the weigh scale. That would be the RCMP. Do you know how many problems there are with the timeline? Go right back to the beginning. First video. Tara said she was going to watch it, and she texted me just a little while ago, and she said she felt really, really sick and went to bed. I'm hoping it wasn't that video, because that was a pretty hard video to watch.
That's what he said. When I talked to the guy at 11 o'clock, he's like, you're.
Note what's on the screen, right? The custody balls that they posted out at 14 minutes after he supposedly died. Well, okay. Right there. It's only on there for a second. This video was made on the 20th, which point Tara had been informed finally. It took a lot of doing, but they finally did tell her. Now, where is it here? Right there. Note that this article, of course, has been deleted, like they all are. But do note the date and last update on the left-hand side.
Because and they said it to me today again. Today they said it. Before I finally got confirmation.
April 19th, 2020, 2:58 Eastern Standard Time. No, it was on the, I think it was on the 20th. Streamed April 20th. So that would be 3:58 Nova Scotia time. And what? Even then, they were still doing silly bonkers. Because it doesn't make any sense, of course.
Police officer, if you've been captured, you're in cuffs, you're not doing anything more, so why did you need to be killed after
sure.
that? It doesn't make any sense. And then, oh, they kept
in custody. What about something like this? Where did I have that? Come on, Seamus. This one, funnily enough, still in the paper. What time? 10:30. Last update, April 23rd. I don't have the video queued up right now, which is unfortunate. I do, however, have the, one moment, official press release, which got changed. Where is that? Oh, there we go. This is why, in that first video, I'm saying to everybody, please archive, please archive. Very important. Nova. Stop. Update investigations into the incidents April 18 and 19. Released when? April 22nd. 3 days later. Right? Question and answer period. This, by the way, goes through the official channels. I believe it was Darren maybe that gave the answer, or sorry, Chris that gave the answer on this one. Why is it doing that? That's weird. Okay, there we go. When did the first call come in as? Or as a firearms complaint? How much time passed between the initial call? The firearms call came in at 10:30. Right? The kitty cat rolling around stuff. Now, I'm not pointing fingers or saying anything because you can't, really. But you get the idea. Everywhere there's problems. The timeline never makes sense. You map it out between certain events, which they will reveal in due course, and you actually plot it. I don't think it makes sense. Do you think I'm off base here? Not seeing a lot of feedback. Seeing a bunch of you in here. Holy. This is why they don't want to show you the end of the video. And they have 8 videos now. 8. I believe there was 7 before. Yet, if you go to documents, foundational, is it going to go up by 1? What does that mean? Math tells me they removed 1. Because it's been 264 for a while. So if you added a video, it should be 265, right? Unless you take something else away. Multiple hypotheses. We're writing the story as we go. What is it they say? No. Clinton's video getting edited 3 times. And Wynne finally pointed out to them, oh, look, you can notice it. Please watch in the background for those who may not quite see that. And I'm like, watch the background. You'll see the clip. You can even hear it in audio. When that's pointed out, they changed the aspect of the video. CBC did. It was filmed in 1080 by 720. They changed it to the shitty upright phone garbage, just so you couldn't see the background. Sneaky. Oh, but Seamus, they changed that because they wanted to put it on the news. Bullshit! It was in a press article. And you certainly don't need to change the aspect of the video. The whole time. No, you can't get out of there a person could not do this possibly. The amount of time that they proposed down in Portapic. Oh, finally, then they're like, well, actually, it's 10:45. Sorry, we made a mistake there. And he gets out. Just like the video I showed you the other day, which is interesting too. Why? Somebody made this great point to me. Thank you to whomever that was. I overlook so many different things. Wilson's. Fire hall. Wilson's. Fire hall. Hmm.
(10:51) to come to a conclusion here that you'll be grateful for. At 10:51, there is video taken in Great Village at the Wilson's Gas Bar. Vehicle traveling from the west to the east with markings that appear to be RCMP replica lights travels along that road toward the east. It's suggested that at 10:51, the perpetrator had not only left Portapic, but he was in Great Village, long gone on his way after wreaking terrible havoc in that community. Commissioners, we've made our very best attempt to appear. It's suggested to come to a conclusion here that you'll be grateful for.
But the person's point, oh, I saw it when they said it. Fire hall. Staging center. 10:51. I believe that they have cameras. The oil spots on the ground are interesting too. Oh. Hello, Tara. I hope I didn't upset you by asking. They're talking about that video. There's so much gold all along, even with the shit they delete. Too bad. Maybe I'll have to repeat for Tara, just since she joined us. So this is the overnight in Debert, 512, right? This is a graphic and reverse trail from 542. Oops. 512. Fast forward, or sorry, go back to the beginning. What did Darren tell us? 10:43. Notice a difference in the color? It's daylight. They don't show you the full video when supposedly he's supposed to drive by. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. I wonder they were speeding it up and playing games and flying their drones. Flying drones through bushes. Are you fucking kidding me? 8 minutes. 8 minutes. All you have to do is show the next 8 minutes. Daylight, daylight, daylight. Daylight's coming, daylight's coming. This film, different part of the year. 8 minutes? Oh, boo. You can't see that. Did anybody find the article over in the Discord? I'm not seeing anything. It's what friends do, Tara. I know how lucky I am to have you as a friend. And you saw it. Oh, the things you say in that video there, too. It's too bad I didn't record it right away. But I think, I don't know, whatever. Anyway, we talked about it. Anita. Hello from Truro. Lenny. Do the comms numbers change when they repost? I don't know. I would not be surprised. I would not be surprised if things did change, if things were being edited as we went along. Let's see. Check the tweeters. Hey, there's the one you're looking for, teenage witness. Thank you. Thank you, Annie. Appreciate it. See, this is why I can't do things. 2 kids hang out listening to music when they saw a man who had just killed 13 people in Portapic. Oh, the COVID-19 stuff, okay, blah, blah. They ran away. AG and AJ, because they have names and faces and things. What is it? Is this the CBC one doesn't, the CBC one says how they don't want to name them or because of, what is it? I don't know, some balls. But late through the night, the boys saw a police car drive past them down Ventura. It's almost like these shiny graphs they show you all the time now. And then it did a couple of laps, says AG. There was something's off. Wasn't acting like a police officer because it's just going side to side. Meters, checking meters, blah, blah, blah. The boys were afraid about getting busted for violating public health order to stay home, so they made their way home. AG said they walked to his house. AJ said they ran. Either way, AJ saw the police car again. I saw him do a couple more laps, he said. He went down the road, almost lie to the bunker. Then he did. He came back. Oh, so he came back. Why then isn't that in the video? That appears to be absent. The return. Return of the Mac. Return of the Mac. Well, I don't see it. I just see the 5:13 drive-by. What's going on here? I don't like getting snowed, pissed on my leg and told that it's raining. Oh. Very interesting. I know that name. If it's the person I think of. Maybe not. Maybe I'm just totally mistaken. Let's see. Dave Brown. It's a pretty common name. So, but there is a Dave Brown. Dave Brown. I'll give you a treat later. You can't eat that one. It's too big for you. Newfoundlander in Nova Scotia paying back support he received after his own tragedy. Remember this? Heart? Telephone poles? Dave Brown, now living near Portapique, lost his son 5 years ago in St. John's. Is it the same Dave Brown? Maybe it is, and maybe it just means nothing. Private investigator from Halifax. Okay. He lives in Debert. Tragic about his son. I read it in the newspaper. Dave Brown knows what it feels like to lose a loved one in their prime. Carmenville, Newfoundland man is living near in Debert, about 20 minutes away, where the gunman began his rampage on Friday, Nova Scotia. He didn't lose anyone in the path of the killer, but Brown can relate to what the families are going through and is doing his best to repay the support people gave him 5 years ago when his son was struck by an SUV and killed in St. John's. Yeah. His pictures were pretty famous. On Sunday morning, Brown was seen by news crews pinning broken hearts made of construction paper on a light pole in Portapique. He made a card to go with it, which read, "Our hearts and prayers are with you and the community." Brown said the shooting has stirred up old feelings for him, things he felt after his son died at the age of 17. Tragic. When stuff like this happens, we've got to rally together with loved ones in the community and just show everybody bad things happen. But we're still good people here. Put in a message on the poll. Joe McLean, originally from Cape Royal, now living in Enfield, is honoring those killed in the rampage as well after losing a friend. Tom Bagley was a retired firefighter. His daughter said he died trying to help people after an explosion in the mountain community of West Wentworth. Is it just a coincidence? Maybe. Maybe the dental clinics are just a coincidence. It's certainly not a coincidence that they're fucking lying to you. That's not a coincidence. Here's a stupid fact for you. You know how many papers are in the Stalin National Archive? I like trivia. Definition of trivia, what is it? Useless facts. Meaningless facts. I like trivia though. Anyways, I came across this last night. There are 404,000 pages of documents in the Stalin National Archives over in Russia for his entire life. Stalin was a rather key individual in our history. You know how many pages so far the Mass Casualty Commission has? This is a lawyer set of one family. Over 500,000. Ooh, that's a lot of stuff. Problems. Lots of problems. To tell the truth isn't very hard. And probably wouldn't need 500,000 pages. And 2 years almost. Anyway, I don't want to keep you and keep rambling on about stuff. Just I'll check the tweeters there if there was something else. Thank you very much for sharing that. I don't attempt to teach the RCMP or MCC how to tell time. I just want them to tell the truth. That's all. That one's not very hard. I don't think, but maybe I live in a different world. Doesn't make a lot of sense. So you can get told that it's very explainable. And what was some of the other things here? I'm going to sample some of their quotes and put those together too, if I have enough time. The multiple hypotheses. We're doing our best. We're very transparent. Very transparent is that you can put it all up. Very transparent is you have all the DNA reports. Very transparent is you have the 4 pieces of vital information from each police interview. Very transparent is people have names. Very transparent is you don't need drones to fly down roads that may or may not exist. Very transparent is you have clocks that work everywhere. You don't need to change the times. Everywhere. Everywhere. I feel like the blurry vehicle is actually a pickup truck. Is that the UFO? I used to call it the UFO. No, the UFO is. Where is the UFO? That's the 1112. I think it is an SUV. Because if you look at the photo, again, it could just be the way Google Earth looks, but the tree, if you look at the tree in the background, right? Look carefully at the tree here. That's the photo that Darren provided. Equally look at the windows. They're squat. Look at the tree if you stretch out the photo. It kind of looks more SUV-ish. I don't know if it is or not. You know, it could just be the angle of the camera or whatever you call it, the lens. I don't know, because it is a bit quirky, but interesting way to change things. If they can't get the clocks right on their own scale, if they don't have people's IP internet automatic detecting security cameras don't seem to detect the right time. They tell you it's 10:30, but actually it was 10:01. If they tell you that he was in custody for over 4 hours, when in fact he was dead. What do you believe? What can you believe? You can't believe a lot, but you can disprove or raise questions. That's the point. 2 by 5? What does 2 by 5 mean? I don't understand. Is that the aspect? I don't know. The docs are definitely overwhelming. But look at how many of us have already poured hours and hours into these. God bless you. I'm sure we already have the answers collectively. Well, if somebody has the answers, that's fucking amazing. I certainly don't. But there is many things in those documents that are conflicting. I like how the website changed on this now too. They made it even more user unfriendly. Yeah. The load more button, you got to sit here and punch that garbage now all the time. Not like they don't know how to design websites and shit. What was it? Let's see. Where is that April 19th document? Because that changed, you see. It's just like everything. The one that I was showing you earlier, I didn't show you the updated version. I don't think. Where's that? The one where they took out the 10:30 question. Did I close that? Maybe I did. I probably did. Oh, no, here it is. Okay, so let's see. Saved from. I'm pretty sure they changed this one. Did they? Oh, maybe not. So either they've got to fix their website or something else is happening. I'll leave it there. I don't want to venture anywhere near any of that. It's better now, 5 by 5. Card they mailed out. What's this? They mailed out some card? They can mail out cards? They have mail outs. Are you fucking serious? I hope you're feeling placated. What else was in that? Fuck, man. In that video there, too. When I was just...
Kept telling me every time I called that because and they said it to me today again. Today they said it. Before I finally got confirmation today that Aaron...
Where is it? Just give me a second.
Was...
I never thought I would imagine I would go to bed last night. I went to bed last night that I would wake up and hear the horrific news that an active shooter was on the loose in Nova Scotia, McNeil said in Halifax in previously scheduled news conference, COVID-19 pandemic. You can hear what he says, or you can hear what he may be trying to do. Listen to the next part.
Is dead.
Words cannot console the families affected by what has transpired over the last 24 hours. McNeil did not confirm any deaths and asked people, when is this again? On the 19th. On the 19th. Asked people not to speculate about or spread rumors as the active investigation continues and the families grieve. We're all in shock that such things could happen here in Nova Scotia, and there's a heavy burden to bear on top of COVID-19. But now, more than ever, we must stay strong together. Whilst I don't disagree with anything that he said, it's the way that he said it. It's kind of like quietly telling you, don't look here. And we have lots of things to feel badly about. Right away. Kind of like the TV special they did right away. Before they even knew who all was dead. That's called propaganda. That's called psychological warfare. Oh, nice. Mailings came again, MCC Monday. Somebody's going to have to send me a picture of this. What the hell are they trying to tell you? We don't know what we're doing? And clear your cache every time. If not, you won't get the new documents. Okay, so there's some helpful advice. I honestly can't save everything and do everything. I'm so thankful that, people like O'Dear and many of you do save tons of things. I don't even save my own videos anymore. Maybe it's the red Mazda that identifies as an RCMP cruiser. Where did the red Mazda go? That was a great part in the interview, Darren. A Mazda. But you still put it out on your press release. I don't know. Strange. I live in the same world, honestly. Honesty is the best policy. If people just operated honestly, we just operated, all of us, life would be so much simpler. Can you imagine how much stress would be eliminated from people's lives, personally and globally and all that shit? No decals, but it has a light bar. Yeah, those videos. Look at those videos critically. Look at everything critically. Look at what I do critically. And what Tara was saying to me tonight, we were talking about something else. And she said to me, there's a difference, though. Like, we may get upset about something somebody says, and we may be defensive initially. But we can take a breath and walk away for a minute and think about it and come back and say, you know what? I made a mistake. And that's true. And it was not in reference to any of this stuff. It was just to do with, something personal with me. And she said, that's why we get along so well. Because we can say that we make mistakes. We are human. It's okay. Mr. Moneypenny, I was looking at your fancy pictograph today, trying to help me out. Thank goodness you have your memes. Funny. Thumbs up are fluid and dynamic. Oh, it's fine. They can just tell me. What is it now? My viewership is cut in half. Fuck you, man. We stir up so much shit over here, it's not even funny. The dry cleaned uniform. Those pants, they weren't shot in the Joey Weber's car, which doesn't seem to have a picture of either. But most certainly I'll be looking at the length of the grass and everything with a fine-tooth comb, as will you, whenever they issue their evidence. Their evidence. And we'll be happy for their conclusion. Nosy Scotian, Nikki Lewis, evening. Bush Baby, Wendy Wong. Okay, I think I just said hello, and I think I have gone through most of the messages. Much love to Tara. Good. Thank you. She needs our support. Foundational documents are being edited as we go. Perhaps. And the Wilsons too. I mean, the fire hall's got the cameras there, and you'd think that there probably is a few police cars buzzing around, maybe flipping donuts and coming back and parking at the fire hall right next door. Maybe, just maybe. But I wouldn't need to put a time in there. I'd just say it doesn't have a time, but most security cameras do. Full video. They should demand absolutely everything and demand it now. Now. Right now. No fucking around. No, well, we couldn't quite get it together after 2 years. No. All of it. All GPS data, all DNA tests, all officers' notes, interview notes, interview transcriptions, video, audio, every single thing. Dash cam footage. Vehicle registrations. Banking information on dead people. Because it's not about doxing, and they'll try and say that. Oh, goodness, it's because you want to dox people. Nobody wants to dox anybody. Frankly, who cares? It'll go in one ear and out the other when it's true. You keep lying, then people start looking more. Transparent would be full videos. Arriving at night. Okay. Talks are overwhelming. That's the point. I already mentioned this one, but that's the point. It's psychological warfare. Just like the website is. Just trust us. Don't worry about it. You don't have the time. They literally tell you the shit in the media. What was it CNN said one day? Don't go there about the WikiLeaks. That's illegal. You have to trust us. No matter where you sit with WikiLeaks. Nobody should be telling you can't look at something. And that you have to trust them. No, you don't have to trust me. Do what you want. Look at things critically. Kick your PC 4 times, bite a bagel, and hug a black cube. I'm not even going to touch that. Okay. We should get all those mail outs and back to them when we get them. And you could write on it, return to sender. Try telling the truth. PsyOps. It's all PsyOps. So many running in the background, man. It's crazy. If you guys could go in my shoes. Wow. Just wanted to say hi to everybody. Hey, Judy Brown. And thanks for everything you are doing. I appreciate that. Appreciate that. Thank you for spreading the word. Hope you are well. Pee in the mattress. Too many things not tested for GSR or DNA. People. Clothing items that are missing. Statements that aren't English. Inaudibles. Unknown peoples. Dots. Shh. Sentences. Whispers. I like whispers. That one comes up too. How many rumors would have been at the time SM said that? I'm not sure if I'm getting the reference to SM correctly. Where's my glasses? I'm gonna have to pay for my eye surgery too, which just means I'll be paying for myself once I sue you. They're not worried about being doxxed by that reporter. Yes, very sad. Part of it. Run people down. It's illegal to adjust the documents without a footnote to say that they edited the document. Well, it'd probably be illegal to do some of the things that it appears that they're doing. Alex McLean sent me a message in the tweeters. Oh, thank you. Wow. I don't get one of these. I don't think they'd mail it to me anyway. It's a mass mailer? On April 18th and 19th, many innocent lives were taken in Nova Scotia. Taken. Is that how you call it? And others were left with serious physical and emotional injuries. The Mass Casualty Commission is an independent public... cannot use that. Where's my banner? Where does that say that? No, absolutely not a public inquiry. That's a lie. Not good to lie. Investigating the April 20th, 2020 mass casualty in Nova Scotia. Our purpose is to examine what happened and to make findings on why and how it happened. All right. Officers of the court, I would say to you, being a judge and a lawyer, you know the rules of evidence. You know them. You learned them in university. How do they work again? What is hearsay? What is speculation? Conclusion of mine? We will use this to gather information. We will use this information to better understand what policies, initiatives, and changes can help the communities keep safe. I would say just being honest. That would probably keep lots of things safe. If you want to piss around and fart, then probably, and send out mailers, we're going to be stuck. Our purpose is not to assign blame, award damages, or to conduct a trial. Nobody was asking that. It's actually part of an inquiry. But an inquiry is to find out what was the cause, the causal factors that led up to it. It's not to just sit around and have emotional farting matches and talk about how you're not even from Nova Scotia and needing a geography lesson. Get real. Once we know what happened, please tell us more so we can write that into our narrative. Why and how we will gather input and produce a final report, because these are all drafts and working copies and all kinds of other shit that it has been for how long? With recommendations to help protect communities in the future. Know the truth, and it shall set thy free. Bang. That's all. That's all. Where's the second page of this one? Watch online. Well, you can come here and watch it. I'll get up early in the morning, whenever they decide to work. Listen to live audio in person once COVID-19 health protocols will allow. You'll be able to register to attend proceedings in person. So you can sit like mum sheep. Community viewing station in Truro. Mental health and wellness services are available 24/7. Interesting to talk to the families about how much wellness they were offered and when. I can't obviously speak to all of them, and I shouldn't ever speak for any of them unless they need to speak for themselves. Okay. Thank you, Alex. Appreciate that. Convenient breaks during interviews. Oh, yes, everything's timed. Leave on a certain note. Don't leave a negative thing in your mind that you might think about. Leave something, I don't know, fuzzy. At work tonight, but we'll catch the stream on the flip side. Hope everybody's well. Hope you're doing well. Sad? I have questions en français. Yeah, very helpful. But you got the signer, even though we have closed captioning. It's like the videos that I do. Let's see. I'm just going to pull that up. One of them too. You notice how most of my videos, they won't allow CC on, and they don't chapter mark it, which is automatic. They won't chapter mark it, so you could skip ahead to certain things because AI scans the videos. This is a short one. Let's just go to something else. I don't know. No CC, no chapter markers, nothing. I can go on and on for hours, which I do. Not going to do it for me. I want to make it easy for you. Miss our live chats in the mornings. I'm confused. I'm curious about FaceTime call between Macaulay and Blair's the 17th showing up in the USA. Yes, that's interesting. I don't know. Did you find out if FaceTime is based out of do FaceTime calls route through the USA? I'm so sad I'm missing these. Just discovered you tonight. Oh, Well, there is, if you want, I think in Rome, was it, they called it? A vomitorium. Vomitorium. I find I make jokes about myself all the time. You can go back and watch videos lately. There's a few on Nova Scotia. I don't even know how many there are now. Maybe a couple hundred. We need a translator for the French. We received them all here. It's a postcard. It's a postcard. Oh, it's not even bulk mail. Paid postage. Good stuff. Well, welcome aboard, Lanny. Thank you for joining us. Je parle en français. Je parle français. Well, we do need a French translator. Investigation is a lie as well. Well, it certainly doesn't seem to be conducted like any investigation I've ever seen, but again, I'm not a police person, but I have seen a few. Can't use independent when we're being paid by the government, covering up for the RCMP and the government. Put that in the burn barrel. What goes into the burn? Oh, burn barrels. You guys have those out there? Communist infiltration. What a crock of shit. I need a mail out. A mail out. I can't believe they didn't even dump it into like bulk mail or whatever, like the liquor flyers or something. A lot cheaper. Oh well, you got to be in the bureaucratic mess. Give people titles and jobs for things, so you can just provide more mail, and then you need to hire more mailmen and women. McNeil's rumor remark reminds me of famous Katzenbach memo after JFK death. Cover up is starting, and they blurted it out. Yeah, they basically just tell you right away, don't look. Don't look. It's the same as you'll be happy for the conclusion. What are you talking about, man? Everybody's sitting there trying to wait. We've been waiting on you to give us answers, which you don't do. These folks' plans will only work if they stay hidden. Well, as long as people keep pestering them and pissing them off, they're going to try and grind everybody down. And they're working hard at it. They got all kinds of goo going on in the background. They can all go fuck off too. Similarities, especially it pisses me right off with the families. I'll tell you, makes me fucking mad. The main New Brunswick border connection is hard to look away from. Not sure what's there. Seems to be that there is something going on. Looks like international money going on. And is there connections to what I was talking about last week? Found some more stuff about that. I was going to do a video about it, but maybe we can do that another time. You can't ever, you never enough tinfoil is hiding money. Pintrack is hiding money. It's our money. Anyway, okay. So thank you very much for joining me. I really appreciate it. An hour and a half. Try to keep them a little bit on the shorter end. Please let me know, as always, in the comments below. I do know that a couple people have sent me some stuff. It's not as though I am ignoring things. I'm just very, very overwhelmed, and I also understand some of that too. But I'm not discounting anything and keeping everything on the table until I can discount it. And beyond that, I'm just kind of filing things away and following my intuition. It seems to serve me not too badly. Kosher stuff. All right. Thanks very much, everybody, once again. God bless you all. God bless the 23. Thank you for continuing to work so diligently, those of you who are on the right side of the fence, and trying to help, because the families just, they really do appreciate it. They really do. They really do. It all comes back one day anyway. God bless you all. God bless the 23.